So here we have common St. John's wort. And this is a fantastic medicinal plant. And I always tell people on my walks, I've got a lot of respect for traditional medicinal use of plants. I personally only choose to use those that have good science behind them, and this has good science behind it. St. John's wort is as effective as prescription medication for treating anxiety and mild to moderate depression. Of course, if you have severe issues, please check with a healthcare provider. But for mild issues, St. John's wort is incredibly effective. So the active ingredient in St. John's wort is called hypericin, and you can see it yourself, and I love doing this with kids. So these are 5-petaled yellow flowers, and when you squeeze them between your fingers, you get a purple juice out of them. And that purple juice is the active ingredient, or hypericin, that is the bioactive chemical within the plant. If you take a really close look at St. John's wort flowers, you'll see little black dots around the edges of the petals. Those are glands that contain the hypericin. Preparation for this plant is super easy. So again, the active ingredient is most concentrated in the buds and flowers. So normally we pick buds ideally, flowers if that's what you have, pack them into a glass jar, and you can do a tincture with alcohol, or you can do an oil with whatever oil that you have on hand. Olive oil is fine. So pack a jar full of the flowers or buds, fill in the spaces with either a clear alcohol like vodka or shine, or an oil like olive oil. Let it sit for about a month or so, and it'll turn that beautiful purple color. Sieve the plant from your alcohol or oil, and then keep it in a dark jar somewhere and use it as needed. With the St. John's wort, there's a few people that shouldn't use it or should be aware of it. So first of all, when you're using St. John's wort, it can make you photosensitive. So spend less time in the sun, use sunscreen, take extra precautions. And St. John's wort can interact with certain prescription medications, other antidepressants, heart medication, oral contraceptives, and other things. So if you are thinking of using St. John's wort and you're on other medications, please do check to be sure that there's no counter indications for it. And if you're ever curious about identification, the leaves of St. John's wort are really distinctive as well. If you pick one of the larger ones and hold it up to the light, you'll see tons of it looks like little holes in them, and really they're just clear glands. The Latin name on this plant is Hypericum perforatum. Hypericum, that's where hypericin, that name comes from. Perforatum because the leaves look perforated. So really easy to remember and identify this plant. Common St. John's wort.